Hey, this is Joel Pate, president of scoring.com. I want to thank you for joining us today for our advanced ScoreCEO credit repair business application training. What we're viewing here on the monitor is an actual live company that does business. And instead of going through all of the widgets and the things that this screen benefits and demonstrates to you, I want to go down one really clear path, and I want to show you how to use the referral agent. And the referral agent would post or get you a customer, and then what would happen from there. So stand by just a minute. Let me do one thing, and that is to go over and log in as a referral agent. Well, actually, I want to. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll do that. All right. So this is the in Score CEO. It has the ability to have both a referral office. This is a referral office. They can only be created by the credit repair company. And this is the referral agent who's a part of that office. And so these numbers represented here are for this agent, not the referral office. Okay. Now, what we see here is that he's gotten a total of 12 leads. He's got 2 that are active. He's sold two of his customers have bought, which gave him 2 points. Now, those points are worth whatever it is that you want to give the guy, right? I mean, give the guy whatever you agree to. So, but this is a referral agent. And now there is, let me show you how the referral agent can enter a deal for you. They can either go to their leads and consumers. This is where they see all of their leads and consumers. The reason that this is in green is because this lead activated, this one did not. It is not mandatory that a customer activate their consumer portal in order to do business with you, but it is advisable. And I'm going to show you just a complete presentation and how this would really be helpful for you. Now, if I'm a referral agent, and let's just imagine I'm a real estate agent and I'm at my office, I could just click log in the software and click create new and enter as much of this information as I've got. You'd have to enter first name, last name, email, zip, city populates automatically. You'd want to get the phone number, of course, but you may or may not want to get all of that information, or the guy may or may not have it all. Now, that requires the referral agent to log in and then to make this action. Another option that they've got is to either post on Facebook, post on Twitter, send out an email, use this code here, or use one of the form snippet codes that you create for them. You would have to create the campaign, but it could be used that way. So go back to referrals, and we're going to use a way that I think is reasonable that a guy would do. So we're going to select this link right there, and I'm going to sign out as this guy, and I'm going to imagine for a moment that I'm at my office, and instead of having to log into the software, all I've got to do is click on my favorites. So I save this as a favorite, and now I'm able to the link here identifies the referral agent and will tie it to the referral office, and will tie it to the one moment. And I'm entering a new email there, and I'm entering the zip code of the customer. I'm entering the phone number of the customer, of the lead. Now, then, as the lead referral source, I've entered the lead. I did not have to log into my portal to do that. It would be a much easier way to do it, right? But they can also market on Facebook. So we'll come back to this in a few minutes. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and show you where the lead the lead just got this email. Let me introduce myself to you. And this email is completely customizable. Now, the consumer does not have to ever activate their account in order to do business with you. But if they do, then there's a wealth of benefit for that. So the consumer would click on that link, and they don't have to do this, but you'll want them to. And they can opt out of your marketing. And now the consumer, let's see what his name is here, test 23. So now the consumer can log into their portal. Now the customer never has to do this, but there's a lot of reasons why they'd want to. Eventually we'll see a lot of this change, and you'll see a lot of benefit. Now I'm going to go back over, and as the credit repair company, not only did the customer just get an email, but in addition, the sales agent that was assigned to that agent's, the internal salesperson that was assigned to that referral agent, so that all of that referral agent, all of it comes to this salesperson. Now I'm going to change that because I'm going to want to control something, and so I could change the sales agent if I want to, right? I can change the customer service person. I can assign a processor. I can click lost sale. I can say it's active. I can enter a note. But right now, I'm just going to update the salesperson. Now, when you get a guy on the phone, a lead comes in, really the first thing you want to do is get the guy on the telephone and find out what his needs are. And you're able to enter a script here, and that script is able to be edited. So we're just going to go right through that process and not try to role play a sell. Another thing with our system that what you would be doing while you're assessing that customer's needs is you would be assessing, how much do you think he wants to pay? How big of a hurry is he in? And if he was in a big hurry, he wanted to pay for the gold plan because he wanted a lot of advanced tactics in addition to just the credit repair letters, then you may choose this gold plan. We're going to leave it on cash for now. You can change that to credit card later, but we're going to leave that on cash for now. And if you needed to enter a note, you just enter it there. Then all the notes are there in order as they were entered. Now, what we've done in this first area here is that we've assessed the guy's needs. Let's say a guy came in from a real estate referral. Well, why is he there? Well, he wants to buy a house. Well, what's wrong with your credit? Well, don't know. Well, let's pull your credit and find out. Okay. And so, that's where the first thing you've got to do is get the credit report, because until you get the credit report, there's really nothing else to do. Now, ScoreCEO is integrated with Identity IQ, okay? And we recommend, and this particular company, they get the credit monitoring and pay for it for the customer. Most people don't do that. You don't have to. But regardless, you want to get all of the credentials for this customer. And then I'll show you something that's really unique here. As soon as that finishes. Well, it's usually faster. Maybe on my end, I may need to shut down Windows, but we'll give it just a second. All right, so now that we've got the credit monitoring information, we're going to go to where we save it on our desktop. And grab the credit report, click open, and now that credit report is going to import into the system. Now, the reason that this is so important is the reason that we did it this way is we want to upload all of the information, because you can't do a consultation only looking at the negative items. You can't do a real good consultation if you're not looking at 24 months of history. You can't do a good consultation if you're not looking at the positive credit as well as the negative credit. So I want to show you that everything that is potentially an error or a negative item that needs to be addressed is in red. We'll see that again in a moment. We've got the original credit scores. We've got the utilization ratios, and we already know that the guy's maxed out on his credit cards. And so we already know that that's a problem. So we want to talk about that, right? And there's a couple of different ways to do it, but I want to, and then we've got all the accounts broken down per type, and then down at the bottom is account history. Now, as I'm going down through the report with the customer, I'm going to note, man, you're maxed out on your credit card. And from what I know about the FICO score, although you've never missed a payment, this account having that high of a utilization ratio is probably costing you about 40 points, maybe more. The fact you've got another one may be costing you another 20 or 30 points. Could be different, right? But they don't like to see your cards maxed out. And then down at the bottom, what we've got are the items that are in red that are really negative. They're charge-offs and collections. Now, I want to show you something that you never have to do with our system, but I want to show it to you anyway because it is cool and you'll want your customers doing this. So I'm going to go back over to the other browser, and I'm logged in as the consumer. And so you may never do this. If all your customers are face-to-face, you would probably never do what I'm about to show you. But if your customers are not face-to-face, you have this tool available to you, and I want to show it to you. And that is for the customer to log in and be reviewing their credit lines with you as you're consulting with them in your system. So you remember that, I'd have to go find it here. Let's see. And these are all the particular issues that need to be addressed. Okay, and again, this is not a dispute class. We've got those. This is just, I'm showing you how the software is used. Now, this is showing that it's not in dispute. It's current. It's revolving. This is the partial account number. Now, it's not showing the balance there. So, you'd have to talk to your customer about that. Now, again, let's go back over to the customer. And I want to show you one other thing that you never have to do, but if you do it, we think you'll be more compliant. That's why we built this. And what this is called is a dispute plan. Well, what is a dispute plan? Well, it is a way for you to have the customer tell you why you should dispute which account. Okay. Now I'll just show you that the customer just got an email that says, "Hey, go check your click here. It's important." Now the reason we sent this is because this may not all happen on one phone call. It very well may, but it may not. So if it doesn't, you could rely on emails as well. But at some point, you may have to help the customer with this. The customer is going to go over these items and say, dispute this, don't dispute that. This is the reason. And so just on a limited basis, I'm going to say during our consultation that the customer says that this is erroneous. It's not mine. It's my father's. And I'll take those notes in just a minute. Okay. The judgment, this the wrong amount on there. It's not correct. Do not dispute that inquiry because they just gave me a car loan. Whatever the reasons are, you need to know, and the customer needs to be the one to tell you. Okay, so I'm going to save the dispute letter. The dispute plan. And now the customer has approved date here. They know that they did that. Now, in addition, when as the credit repair company, when I refresh, I'm also going to see that the customer approved the dispute plan. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send the good faith estimate. let's talk about that briefly. When we were consulting with the customer about his needs, he says, "Man, I'm in a real big hurry. Yeah, I want the expedited plan. I want the extra direct creditor disputes. Yes, yes, yes." So we chose that plan, and now we're sending it to the customer. Okay. Now let's stop for just a moment and go back in and go back to the customer, and let me show you uh, how you would memorialize your consultation. Um, in consult with consumer. All right, so just a few notes that we discussed. Do not dispute credit union, and whatever else you talked about, and then you're able to select a time. Okay, and with that, not only did you do the consult, but we time stamped when we did it. Now, again, I talk to credit repair companies all day long that have not chosen to use our software yet. But they're on their way over, and they go, "Well, I got to do that in like Word, and I do that in a Google Doc, or I do that and write it down and put it in their file." The thing about Score CEO is you're able to do all the things we've done except go get the credit report from within the system, and that is really, really a very important thing. I can't over emphasize that to you. Now we've got let's remove this window because we upgraded the one that said consult. We've sent the good faith estimate. Let's go and then have the customer get the customer here, and so the customer clicks on good faith estimate, and when he is in presented with how much this is going to cost, he says, "Man, I can't afford that." Now, I'm just making that up because, but when do you want to know if the guy can't afford it? Well, you want to know right now, right? And you say, "Okay, well, that's fine. You can go with the bronze monthly plan. It's a little bit less expensive. It doesn't have the creditor letters." He said, "Let's start there. I like that. I can afford it." And so you just simply change the payment plan, click Save and Continue, go back to Good Faith Estimate, resend it to the customer. Okay. The customer receives it, and he's got to refresh his screen, and he sees now that it's an amount that he can afford, and thus he clicks OK and approve it, and now he knows he approved this good faith estimate, and the credit repair company knows as well when they refresh their screen. Now, the federal government doesn't require that under the Credit Repair Organizations Act, but many states do require that, and it's just a phenomenal way to be more compliant, address a lot of the concerns of the customers, and so now we've gotten an approved good faith estimate. Now, we don't have to go back over to leads and consumers to get back to the customer because we're already in the customer, right? We're right here. So let's go back to what we call our workflow process. The reason that these are in order is because there's a process to everything. And to selling credit repair, the first is new lead. The next one is talk to them. The third one is to talk about a price. The fourth one is pull their credit. The fifth one is review the credit, do a consultation. And the next one is to send a contract. Now, one of the things that our system provides for that no other system that I know of provides for is the ability to have a state by state compliance agreement. Now, in states that like Alabama doesn't have a law, doesn't require that you send out a separate disclosure. But for example, in California, not only do you have to have a license, but you've got to have a bond. And you've got to put the bond's name on here, the address, the account number, etc. Right? And then that information um, populates into this state disclosure that is required by California. Now, California says if you're going to do credit repair for a customer in California, you got to do these things. So we're the only company that's has gone so far as to provide you with the way to do what you're supposed to be doing, and do it in a way that's very, very simple. All right, so I'm going to close that window, go back over, and now we're going to send out the contract. So instead of having to go in another system, you just click send and continue, and in just a few minutes, the customer, sometimes seconds, depending on the speed of the internet and all those things that happen, but the customer is going to get a contract in just a second. All right, just came in. So this agreement came in, so the customer would just sign it or click review and sign. And again, this speed is on my end this afternoon. All right, well, the contract has loaded, and a customer is going to do whatever they're going to do. They're going to scroll down this way, look at it. I'll just go through it with you. These are, we believe this is a valid, compliant agreement, but we do not allow you to use it until you've signed off on it with your lawyer. But it does contain all of the things that we believe are necessary, including the 2 notices of right to cancel, the disclosure statement that is required by the federal government, and then the description of your services. So this is where we agreed, instead of to the gold plan, to the bronze plan, and this information must be in the contract. It's a requirement. So again, you either have to have a service or system that'll do that for you, or that's another manual process. So, and if we're in a state that required another disclosure or a state disclosure, then that state disclosure would be right here. So we're going to click get started. The customer is going to initial as they go along. They're going to click to sign. They're going to click continue. And they're going to click I agree. And in just a few minutes, the agreement is going to be back in the salesperson's email. Okay. But another way you could manage this, if you needed to, is log in to HelloSign and go to Documents. And you can see where it says awaiting my signature. And thus, you can sign the agreement as the credit repair company in 2 ways. One is via the email that got sent, and the other was just to go directly to the site. Okay. And I'm going to click continue, and then I'm going to click I agree. And now, within just a few minutes, this is going to turn green, indicating that the contract is back into the system. Hadn't gotten back yet. And when it comes in, it's going to upload directly into the customer's account. It's going to be viewable by the customer, and it's going to be viewable by the referral agent as well. So now with the contracts back, let's go look at it. Go up to Documents and Signed Documents, and here's the contract. Now, if I was in the referral agent's portal, I could view it as well as the customer. This is the customer here. I can go to Documents, and I can click on Signed Documents, and I will be able to view the signed agreement. right as you see, the agreement is here. And if I wanted to view it, I can should be able to click on it. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Anyway, I should be able to click on it. I'm just not doing something right. There we go. So I wasn't patient enough. Okay, so everybody's got a copy of the contract, which is really good. Okay. All right. Now, again, while we're here, some of the other things that you'll need from the customer is okay, and they can upload the consumer can upload the documents for you. Okay, they just take a picture of it and upload it. Okay. Now, let me show you another really, really cool thing. And that is, as the credit repair company, I can go to documents and I can upload the document in the same way that the customer just did. And the referral agent can do the same thing. Now, I want to show you something a little bit different, though. If I'm the credit repair company, I walk in the morning and I've got 15 documents from different customers. What do? Well, one of the options is to go here, and I know it's test POI, and then I can choose which customer. Okay, I don't have to go to each and every customer. Instead, I can just go find the customer, name the type of document, select the file where I saved files, and I can upload it to that individual consumer's portal, but I don't have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to all of the different customers. I just choose the customer either by sorting through the drop down or by typing in their name. So a huge savings, very, very cool benefit and feature. Now, to get back to the customer, I've got to go back to leads and consumers. Just happens to be the one on top. If not, I could just start typing there, right? And then I'm going to click on the customer. And again, depending on the world that you decide to live in from a compliance standpoint, we're going to be ready to take the guy's money for the audit fee because we've already done that. But we may want to wait. We may want to wait and say, well, when he signed the contract, we've already done that. When he uploads all the documents, well, we've done that. Okay. When we got to get his address. We know that, right? Got to get all that information. Okay. Just come up with an address there, and now, depending upon the way you decide to do business, and you're ready to take their payment. Now, if you wanted to go back and change it to a credit card, this is when you would do that. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave it on cash. But another thing that you'll want to do here, and now is the time to do it. Now, let me restate that. Choosing a number here, a date, does not mean you can't choose another date. It has no bearing on anything but the first monthly payment, and then the monthly payments thereafter. Now, again, I want to just kind of show you a little a trick, so to speak, that you'd want to keep in mind. Now, today is the 16th, right? Now, if I look at my calendar, let me just get up a whole big calendar here. If I look at my calendar, let's say that I know that the disputes won't be done until Friday. So let's just say that that's the case. And since the customer is about to pay me for the audit, and I'm going to do the disputes on Friday, since the law says you can't charge until after you've done the work, now is an opportunity to see how fast you can get paid. So if in fact you did the disputes on Friday, right? Then you could bill the customer the next week or on that Monday, or you could bill them on the 30th. The point of it is that you want to get paid as fast as possible for the work you've done. Secondly, you want to make sure you get paid for the first round of disputes before you do the second round of disputes. And of course, that just makes sense because you don't want to go in the hole. So I'm just telling you and showing you that you can use this to your advantage, and you don't have to wait 30 days from now to get paid the next time. So let's just choose the 21st, and just in our example here. And we'll go ahead and we will, again, if we had a credit card, we would enter that. And I'm going to confirm the payment. So now what we've got is a consultation that has been completed in less than about 30 minutes. Now, we didn't go over, there's a lot of things we didn't go over, but I wanted to show you through the process. And if we've got any questions, we'll be happy to take those now. All right, we're back after a question and answer session, and I wanted to go over one more area of the website and of the application, and that is the referral office. We talked about the referral agent, but if you remember, the referral agent is a member of the referral office, and in this case, he's the member of this referral office. Now, you can create unlimited referral offices. And then you, as the credit repair company, are the admin of the credit repair referral office. Once they're in an office, they can create unlimited numbers of agents. So again, this is how you create a referral office. You click Create New. If you've already have a referral office created, then as the credit repair company, you can add agents for the credit repair company. Now, let me give you an example. This company picked up a new referral source the other day, and let me get to the bottom of this 1 second. Get to the bottom. There you go. And then, and so they picked up a new referral office, and so what they did was the company. You know what you want to do in life is you want to make life as easy as you can for the person that wants to do business with you. So what this company did is say, hey, just send us the first name, last name, phone number, and email address of all your agents. We'll load them in the system for you, and go from there. So that's what they did to make it a little bit easier. So they've got quite a few agents already. Now, interestingly enough, the owner of the company, he never has activated his account. And this link, all you got to do is resend him the link to activate it by hitting that green button. But he does not have to activate in order for us to add agents for it. Okay? So that's a really big, easy deal there. So let me go over, and I want to show you just briefly. All right, this is the customer. So let's go log back in as the referral agent. And now what we'll see is that this customer has closed, right? All right. And he knows that. Now let's go over as the referral office owner. And as the referral office owner, what we see is that same consumer is right here. Okay. And if the referral office admin, if he wants to add a customer, he just clicks Create New. If he wants to check on the status of leads, he just does that. Okay. If he wants to post his advertising link on Facebook, then just like everybody else, he's got the ability to market through Facebook. And this is, again, the bandwidth here at my office is slow in the afternoons. Now, the referral office, the referral agent, every user of the software that works in your office, and even your customers have the ability to market for you on Facebook and on Twitter by connecting their Facebook and their Twitter account to this software. And that is really a significant feature. The number one thing you want is, over half your business, you want it coming from your customers. Well, they got to have an easy way to do it for you. So they can do it in either of these four ways. And it's very, very easy for them to do that. So the referral office, even a lead can market for you. So that really helps out. Now let's go look at one other area of the software before we end today, and that is the campaigns. One of the things that makes this software so great is the fact that just about everything you need is built inside of this system. Now, I'll show you, I was creating a new campaign for this office today, and let me show you how we did it. The first thing we did was we click Create New up here at the top, but we decided that this would be a system event, and that means that what happens to drive or to start the campaign? Well, when the lead's created. So when that lead hit the system, that lead got an email. Now let's go look at the first email that they got. Go back to that. Now let me show you, I want to show you something else here, okay? Now there's two things that happened immediately. One is that the salesperson got noticed that you've got a new lead. This is their name, and give them a call, okay? Now, in addition to that, it's also on their to-do list. Now, in addition, the customer, and I didn't get this email done right. I've got to get some assistance, but it should say John referred you to our company to help you with your credit issues. Over the years, we have worked well with John's customers, and know that you will enjoy working with our team at Credit Mac. Terrence has been assigned to your account and will be calling your phone number. And that's supposed to say phone number, but I didn't do it right, so it's supposed to mail merge that. So I've got to get a little assistance there. I did something incorrect and just haven't had time to go back and fix it. But when a new lead comes in through a referral office, if a new lead came in from your own Facebook marketing, the lead would never get the message that, hey, thanks, John over whatever real estate company just sent me your information. That email wouldn't go out. It only goes out when a referral agent refers somebody to you. Now, what email did we attach to it? Well, we went over in the templates section and we created referral agent lead campaign number 1. So immediately, start 0 means immediately that email goes out. It means immediately the salesperson gets notified that they've got a lead. And then tomorrow, the sales agent's going to get notified that they've remind them to call again. And then the next day, the salesperson is going to send out an email and also going to call to check on the customer. And then, excuse me. The email is going to go out on day 0. On day 0, the salesperson is going to get a to-do and an email reminder. Hey, this guy just opted in. Call him right now. The next day, the salesperson is going to get an email. Hey, give this guy a call if you haven't gotten in touch with him. We're also going to send email number 2 out. And then what we're going to do is on the second day as well, the owner of the company is going to get an email to go look to see if the salesperson's gotten the guy on the telephone yet, right? And then on what is actually day 3, the referral agent is going to send out email number 3. And what's that going to say is, hey, John, I just referred you over to this credit repair company. They can't get in touch with you. Now, of course, if they had gotten in touch with him, that email wouldn't go out. Okay? And so we're going to go at this guy from all angles. And then on day 3, the owner of the company, at 10 o'clock in the morning, he wants to know, has that guy been contacted yet? And so, again, you could erase that step. You could change it. I think this is a pretty good campaign myself. It's only a 4-day campaign, but it's like, let's get them on the phone right now. And that's what you want to do. And this system helps you do that. Now let's go back over to this lead. And let's just check this one here for a moment. No. Go back the other one. And these are the to-dos. Notify salesperson to contact, second call. It's already set up. Now, all. Okay. And so you're able to add in another to-do there. And again, because I'm logged in as this person, then on my dashboard is where these to-dos are on my calendar. Okay. And that's one of the to-dos. You go back. So I've got the to-dos on my calendar as well as getting emails. So let's stop there for the presentation on how the campaigns work. But let's go one more place before we do that, and that is in the templates. And again, you can see where I was creating these today, and they're very easy to edit. You just simply click edit up here, or actually you can edit it and then just save it. And so it's real easy to edit. You can create these on the fly. It's very, very simple. But there's already, let's go back to the campaigns and show you what's already been built for you. So we've got a referral agent campaign. This company put together a bankruptcy campaign, bankruptcy real estate lead campaign, DIY credit repair. Now those are custom. All of these, the first ones here are custom. This is the first one, referral agent marketing, that comes with every portal already built, already done. The Cadillac dealership is a custom. Then welcome letter, call for consultation. These the holidays really are very popular with people. They have a very high open rate. New lead nurturing campaign. Now every new lead is going to get 89. I think it's 89 days. It goes out. Doesn't indicate that, but the new lead nurturing sequence. The first email goes out from the salesperson, and that's the email that goes out. And then you get another email that goes out. Now, it's my opinion, okay, since I wrote this content for this new lead nurturing sequence was primarily written for a guy that came off of Facebook and not for a referral agent that sent over a customer. And that's why that I was building out this additional content, because you need the content going to the right person for the right reason. And I want you to see the difference in this content. Well, that's the campaign. I'd have to go over to the templates. So, for example, this email that's going is going to say, John referred you to our company to help you with your credit issues. Over the years, we have worked well with John's customers. I need to put an apostrophe S there. And I know that you will enjoy working with I misspelled, I saw that earlier, our team at Credit Mac. Terrence, the salesperson, because all of this agent's deals go to this, all of this referral agent's customers go to one salesperson. And you don't have to have it that way. The option is to secure it to one agent or round robin it in your office. And there's a reason that you would want both. But Terrence has been assigned to your account. You may want to put first name, last name. So if you want to put first name, last name, that's fine. You just go in and add in the salesperson's last name and click OK. And now you've got Terrence Shreese has been assigned to your account and will be calling you from, and we put in the salesperson's phone number. Okay. Now, why did we do that? Well, people don't answer their phone anymore. They don't know who's calling, right? Also, feel free to call Terrence if you have time now. We want to get with you today. This is the key call to action. Got to get them on the phone. We really do appreciate John referring you to our company, and we will work very hard on your job. So let's say that you wanted the last name there too. Sure, no problem. You just go up to the variables and you add in the referral agent's last name. Okay? And now it's going to read first and last name. So that's an important email to go out if a referral agent sends you the business. And the thing about it is it's going to go out immediately. And then immediately that agent is going to, your salesperson is going to get an email and say, hey, call this guy. He just called in. This is his number. And that's the type of action you've got to take in order to have success. Okay? And if you don't do that, if you wait days and days and days, then it takes weeks and weeks and weeks to get somebody on the phone. The faster you call them, and I don't know the percentages, but I'm going to guess, if you got a lead entered right now by a referral agent and you call within 30 minutes, you got a 90% chance of getting them on the phone. If you wait, you will, the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take. Now, this was the second email that I created. And again, it's almost the same one, but I made a little change. John, the referral agent, referred you to our company to help you with your credit issues, and we are trying to reach you at the telephone number, and we entered their telephone number. Well, why did we do that? Well, if we have a wrong telephone number, we want them to know we're trying to reach them. Now, John, the referral agent, expects us to reach you no later than the second day after referring a valuable customer to us, and I don't want to disappoint John. Terrence has been assigned to your account and will be calling from this phone number. Also, feel free to call Terrence at his phone number, right? Because it's right down here, should be down at the bottom there. And that would be today at, let's just add in the number there, right? And now we've got a phone number there. Okay. And now I want to save my changes. And while we're doing it, let's go look at the last email that I wrote so far. Dear first name, Terrence with Credit Mac has not been able to reach you yet. Please call me right away about moving forward. my number is, and now we're going to give them the referral agent's office number, and we're going to sign it with the referral agent's name, and the referral agent's going to send this email. Now, you see, I mean, from a strategy standpoint, you can kind of see how that would be maybe real beneficial if on the third day you hadn't gotten with a guy yet. We need the salesperson, the referral agent, to step back in and help us. So those are some of the things and some of the ways that you can use the marketing in order to grow and drive your business. So I want to remind you that all of this is happening in your own system, and you're getting to do all of this for $179 a month, and sending 50 contracts. And I mean, it's just such a magnificent value proposition that you really need to, if you've not made the decision to use this software, should very, very strongly consider it. There's so much more to show you, but we're going to stop here for today and take a few more questions. Now, look, one of the things I want to show you before we go is I want you to go to Score. Get all these little pop-ups and you can't move forward. Now, I want you to go to ScoreInc.com. If you've never been there, you can give us a call, or down at the bottom here, we've got a chat, and the chat's real fast. It's supported about 9 hours a day, and this is the best way to get in touch with us. Ask questions. If you want information, we've got all sorts of information across the top here. And in addition, I want you to go to, type this in, ScoreWayUniversity.com. ScoreWayUniversity.com. Now, when you click ScoreWayUniversity.com, it's going to redirect you, okay? And when it redirects you, you can click this link, fill out this form, and you would then be taken, it's a different address, but it's ScoreWayU.com. And at ScoreWayU.com, you can log in, and some of this information is free. Some of it we charge for. The Credit Repair Summit, we've done 3 years of that, and the presentations are just phenomenal. I mean, they are just first class. And if you haven't reviewed these, you need to. But it's really a great value. We've got some free education. If you're already a member of ScoreCEO, you can log in here and get various trainings, various FAQs. So real good value. So be sure to do this as well. Well, from Joel Pate at scoring.com, we look forward to helping you if we're not already, and to helping you to start, run, and profit from the credit repair business. Thank you again. Be sure to go to ScoreInc.com.